My husband, John Sharp, started the store in 1955. He said he started it with $50.
We started out in 1995.
My dad and I bought the store back in '74, and we've owned the store for 49 years, July 1st.
We've been in business since 2009. We started out as a feed store, and as the community needed more things such as hardware and lumber, we spread out into that in 2014, and that's kind of where we're still at today.
About 13 years ago, we both had good jobs, and we decided let's start our own business.
We just celebrated our 60th anniversary last fall. Not that Dave and I have been here that long. My parents owned it starting in 2002, and we bought it from them in 2015.
My father had a store in Cambridge, Ohio. It was kind of like on the main drag at that time. And we all worked at that same store also during high school and stuff like that. So we've been around it all of our life in hardware.
I guess my career started approximately 60 years ago. My uncle owned a hardware store in Hagerstown, Maryland at that time, and I had a great time with him. He really showed me the ropes. My first trade show was at the age of 16. And that's where I got my love for what I'm doing here.
We worked here when we were in high school, and we ran the cash register. And I think that we always thought it was just a small hardware store. Mm-hmm. And now we've come to know that it's more than that.
My dad's childhood dream was actually to have a hardware store. So in addition to an electrical contracting and construction company, they owned the hardware store for almost 20 years.
My wife and I, we own the store, and then we have two sons, Eric, Jason, our granddaughter, Casey, and then our daughter-in-law helping us with the setup and stuff.
People like to shop here because we're a family-owned business. That's right. I think a lot of customers say that, when we're waiting on them, oh, we're just so glad that you're here.
Are you still here?
Yeah.
That's what they say. Where's that one woman? Where's Tony?
Yeah.
She's still here?
His parents and my grandparents lived across the street together. Mike is the son my father never had, and my father was a general contractor electrician, so Mike has all the knowledge of hardware, where my technical computer skills came into play.
Aries has been a community staple for 60 years here in the community. The local swimming pool is owned by the YMCA. The director reached out and wanted to know if we would be willing to sponsor some free community days. So that's become a very big staple in the community. Whether you can afford it or not, can come swim at the pool, have a great afternoon.
We support all our local athletic programs, churches, bazaars, golf outings.
We want to support, our Muncie mission. We've supported our schools and 4-H with donations. Today, we're going to give a donation to Hearts and Hands of Delaware County. They're doing a huge giveaway at the fairgrounds for back to school with backpacks and shoes and jeans for families.
The library, they have a garden that to teach the kids how to grow stuff. So we give them a lot of plants, a lot of seeds.
I do different golf scrambles and stuff for different places here. I give door prizes for things, billboard signs at the county fair, football signs and everything, for the community schools.
We have a beautiful fountain in the center, which was put in approximately 25 years ago, which myself and another business owner co-chaired that project. It's the focal point of New Oxford, quite honestly.
Seasonally, we have a greenhouse, and we sell vegetables and flowers, and so we decided this year to partner with Second Harvest Food Bank. Mm-hmm. We probably gave them around 25 flats of vegetables, which were to help with the people in the community that don't have the means to buy their plants for the garden. So
we sponsor lots of sports teams, lacrosse, Little League, sometimes soccer, especially if it's a youth organization. I mean, we've sponsored local breakfasts at the elementary school.
But we give back what we get. The community, without them and the account holders, we wouldn't be here today.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Our local fire company, which is only 2 blocks away from us, they were involved in a expansion project, and I got on that committee. We were able to raise the funds for them, and it really worked to the benefit of the New Oxford area because they encompass about 3 or 4 other localities, so they've grown very rapidly, and possibly without that expansion project, it would not have happened.
You know, the ball field was going way downhill, so we was able to help with rebuilding the ball field, putting new backstops in, and also the football team. We put in an advertisement on their scoreboard, and then inside of the school for the basketball team, we put advertisement inside of there and helped them with money to be able to keep their program going.
We have a little town of Selma that we've given to their fair for 50 years. Gaston is another little town we've given to their fair for 50 years. We buy animals, we give them away from the 4-H. It's a fun way the 4-H kids come in, so it's a fun way.
This was an article done by our local newspaper that a hardware store came back after not having one in 2009. Warren Deck, the original owner of the hardware store, played a huge part in the floor map of setting up the store, as well as giving us all the fixtures and shelving, because he believed that we could succeed. We're proud to show 12 years later we're still here standing strong.